guys, Claire here, and in today's video, we're going to talk about all things Harry and Meghan. Us Weekly has a new exclusive in where Prince Harry talks about how far the Invictus Games has come since its debut in 2014. Harry says Birmingham for us is a very, very emotionally connected place. A lot of these guys woke up in Birmingham after being injured in Afghanistan. Harry explains of the city whose Queen Elizabeth Hospital is often the first stop for wounded British soldiers. Whatever Birmingham brings, Harry is ready and open for what comes next. The Duke says, "I've learned, evolved, and been shaped by the resilience and brilliance of our Invictus community. Serving them and their families remains one of the greatest privileges of my life." We also saw an interview where one of the participants of the Invictus Games talked about her meeting with Prince Harry, her dog, and the dearly departed Guy.
I saw Harry and Meghan both kind of look over. Thorne and I were just standing at the end, and Harry stood up and came straight to Thorne and kneeled right down to him. It was not something I was expecting whatsoever, so I knelt down next to Thorne as well, and Thorne gave his big soulful eye kind of look to Harry, and Harry said he was speaking with me and said how much he misses his dog. At that time I didn't realize that Harry and Meghan had just put one of their dogs down beginning of January, and that was the dog that he was speaking of.
Prince Harry made a surprise appearance at a venture capital event on Thursday, speaking to the crowd at the Upfront Summit in Los Angeles. The Duke talked about a variety of topics including fatherhood, voting, investing, and approaching everything in his life through the lens of service. Prince Harry said, "I've spent the last 5 years, sometimes publicly, but primarily quietly, investing in companies that align with my values and a vision of a better tomorrow. Companies that understand the power and significance of service." Ben Parr on X said, "I did not predict Prince Harry would ever speak at the Upfront Summit. He's discussing his investments focused on larger societal good and decreasing the societal split that is dividing us all." I do enjoy the little side quests that Prince Harry goes on since his move to the US. Will you find him at a rodeo in Texas or a venture capital summit in LA? You never know.
How do we invest in our shared future to solve the challenges we face today as a divided society? Now, as a dad, this has me constantly looking for solutions. And as a man who was born into a life of service, I recognize that with power and a platform comes huge responsibility.
Tennis legend and of course close friends to the Sussexes, Serena Williams, was also in attendance. Not surprised. I always enjoy getting sneak insights into Serena's business ventures. We've been getting so many behind the scenes photos and videos via Meghan's official Instagram page for the upcoming Netflix show With Love. And I am so excited, but I'm not the only one.
Meghan just posted another video on her Instagram saying that 6 days before the show comes out on Netflix, you know everyone's going to go crazy with this now. Oh, everyone's going to be like, she's going to be doing a countdown because obviously she's excited. It's a big thing and it's going to be a massive success. But those who hate her are going to be like, ugh. I mean, here she's dancing away. Then she's with her crew, as she thanks the crew in the Instagram post. But I'm just, it's going to be huge.
There's no doubt about that. These are the figures for Meghan's latest post. 2.3 million views just on her official Instagram alone. And this was from hours ago. By the time this video goes up, I'm sure it's going to be way, way higher.
Meghan's massive and growing Instagram account is keeping us up to date. The countdown begins for her series. 6 days here. I think it's actually 5 days in the UK, but don't worry, it's coming soon. And these behind the scene clips are just brilliant because it shows Meghan doing a variety of activities and she's absolutely joyous off camera. She's literally in one of the shots dancing in the kitchen where it's being filmed. I am so pleased that Meghan's going to be able to bypass the mainstream media that have hunted her down literally for 7 years and get her own message out there, and that people can see the person that she really is. She radiates joy, happiness. As ever, comments are open.
We see what you did there. Meghan is the cover girl for the March 2025 edition of Hello Canada's magazine, How Meghan Got Her Sparkle Back, The Road to Royal Reinvention. Now, I'm not big on Hello, but if you're interested, feel free to check it out. As we get closer and closer to With Love Meghan and the official launch of As Ever, I've been seeing some commentary from people who are not necessarily royal watchers or don't really pay attention too much to Harry or Meghan, and them finding it quite jarring to listen to musings of some of Meghan's biggest critics.
People, Meghan Markle is literally just trying to make jam, cook for her friends, and have a really nice time out in California. Please, guys, leave her alone. You do not think she's been through enough? Leave the poor woman alone, man. I am actually in shock. A couple days ago, I made a video, quite a lighthearted video, about how, you know, maybe it's time to, after everything that Meghan Markle has been through, to just cut her some slack. And the comments that I have gotten and the DMs are just, like, I knew that people didn't like Meghan Markle or had something against her, but the level of it, the Meghan Markle haters are literally mentally ill. It's insane. I don't get it. Woo!
I was not going to address this because I like to keep it very light and fun and easy over here. But I do want to get some clarification because last night I ended up on the We Hate Meghan Markle side of TikTok, and I'm trying to find out where all this hate is coming from. Like, did Meghan Markle do something to you guys, or do you just not like her for the sake of not liking her? I'm like, wait, maybe Meghan Markle did something that I missed. I'm looking for it. I'm not seeing it. All I'm seeing is she's unrelatable and we can't stand her. She's the worst person ever. And I'm like, that doesn't sound like enough. I mean, where I'm from, when you don't like someone that didn't do anything to you or a group of people that you support, you just don't like them for the sake of not liking them, that's called a hater. I'm trying to figure out, like, did she do something, or do you guys just not like her because she's her? As far as the inauthentic, says who? Like, by what standards? Because from what I've seen as a Meghan Markle fan, her personality has always been very consistent. She is kind of the quirky, dainty California girl who's a little bit cutesy and goofy. She's always been that way. And from what we know of Prince Harry, he's very authentic, very real, very raw. I just don't see someone with Prince Harry's personality turning his entire back on his country and his monarchy to be with this, like, fake girl. Math ain't mathin'. Secondly, unrelatable to who? I mean, I relate. I love Meghan Markle, and I'm very excited for the Netflix show. I'm very excited that she's coming into this homemaker kind of hosting fold because I'm all about it. So, unrelatable to who? Inauthentic to who? Like, I'm just not getting it.
Now, in the last video, we briefly touched on that interview, and I'm still chuckling at some of the videos that I've seen in response to it.
I'm taking a quick break from hating on the Doge bags and Velveeta Voldemort to hate on a different billionaire, because I'm an equal opportunity hater. This time it's about Prince. So a little history first. 4 years ago, before the Oprah Winfrey, Meghan Markle, and Prince Harry interview, the palace put out a story that Meghan was people. There has yet to be any actual evidence given from that report, just FYI. But the man who authorized that report was Jason Knauf, and he was given the Royal Victorian Order honor in Windsor Castle a couple years ago. And of course, the reason they said all of that was to place doubt on the Oprah Winfrey interview before it even aired. And do you know how I know that? Because they're doing it again with the exact same bullying story that didn't fly 4 years ago. But of course, they're timing it before her show is coming out in the next few weeks. So here we go again, spinning up the accusations, although they have never released the report at all. So it's been 5 years, And Prince needs to stop his vile obsession with this woman. She doesn't want you, she wants your brother, and you're in a creep. Good luck putting out that dossier you speak of.
Also, it wasn't long ago that we would constantly hear about Meghan, quote-unquote, breaking royal protocol by holding Prince Harry's hand. There were countless articles throughout the years attacking Meghan for holding Harry's hand or for just merely touching him. And I know I'm not the only one who remembered the attacks that she received during Queen Elizabeth's funeral for daring to hold her husband's hand while he was grieving his grandmother. Now you see William and Kate, who are not known for PDA, are now mimicking Harry and Meghan's hand-holding. And not just the hand-holding, but the cinematography of the social media videos as well. Oh boy.
I'm not the type of person to constantly scream Kate Middleton's copying Meghan Markle at the drop of a hat, because some things I see online can be a bit of a stretch. My only caveat to that is, like, let's be honest, Meghan Markle forced Kate to up her style game immensely. Yesterday, the Prince and Princess of Wales had an engagement in Pontypridd, Wales, where they posted on social media after, and wait a second, I used the wrong clip of them. Alright, here it is, sorry. This is what they posted onto their Instagram stories yesterday. Let's be honest, this is straight up copy. Like, you cannot look at the two of these and think that William and Kate were not copying Harry and Meghan. And I know you might be thinking, Lauren, you're overthinking this. It's just a backshot of them leaving their engagement. Like, I guess we're just done with their glossy videos that they have been doing since the King's coronation. When Meghan started her Instagram account, a lot of people were wondering how long it would take for William and Catherine to start copying what she was doing onto their Instagram account. It took about 2 weeks, give or take.
The more I pay attention to the way Harry and Meghan are covered in the British media, the way the royal correspondents sort of twist things as it relates to Harry and Meghan versus William and Kate, and even the way that members of the family sort of responds to Harry and Meghan, like Charles choosing to let it be known that he's at a garden party with David Beckham instead of supporting the Invictus Games 10-year anniversary. You know, like little things like that, and the way William and Kate are sort of trying to mimic Harry and Meghan. Like, why do that? If PDA is not your jam, then don't do it. That's fine. Be who you are. And this headline right here, Jar Wars. Like, what is this? Kate's jam misery for Meg. Have my recipe for free. It's all so juvenile and far from dignified.
Meghan's not the only royal jam maker. Kate promises to share her plum preserves recipe with a young royal fan days before sister-in-law's Netflix launch. There was no reason for Meghan Markle's name to be in this headline. There's no reason for Meghan Markle's jam nor her photo to be in this article. Wouldn't it have made more sense to have a photo of Kate talking with the young fan to whom she promised the preserves recipe? If this actually happened? And does anyone who's actually seen Kate in the kitchen, and I don't say this to any slight to Kate because I'm not a baker or chef either, but does anyone believe who's seen her in the kitchen that she actually has a preserves recipe to share with anybody? It must be maddening as Kate Middleton to boast your greatest accomplishment is that one day you're going to be queen, yet the only way you can gain any attention, traction, or trend is to have your sister-in-law's name attached to anything you're doing.
So Matt Wilkinson thought that he ate with this article, Jar Wars, basically pitting Kate and Meghan against each other. Now, I'm going to just leave Meghan out of this because I need to deal with Kate. Kate told some volunteer that she would give them her plum jam recipe. And so now the UK media is saying, oh, well, Kate's giving it to her for free. Well, Kate is taxpayer funded, and this is not a flex. It would be a flex if Kate was going to pay that woman's car note, buy her groceries, help her pay her mortgage. Remember, we're constantly being told there's a cost of living crisis in the UK. So until she is ready to do that, get off of our screens with this petty. We do not want to hear it anymore.
Apparently Jason Knauf came and did an interview with 60 Minutes about Prince William and what type of king he would be, but for some reason he couldn't stop talking about Meghan. The whole thing is supposed to be about how William is going to be a great king, blah, 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 blah. That man-child. I think he's a man-child. I don't care about Jason Knauf. I think he is sneaky and a traitor. And on Instagram, someone commented on her video and they said, he gives me Rasputin vibes. And now I can't unsee it. I can't unsee it. I can't stop seeing it now. He does give Rasputin vibes. Rasputin was a key figure that basically was very heavily involved with the Romanovs, the last of Russia's royal family, the Romanovs. If you ever heard of the story of Anastasia, like that Disney story from Anastasia, then you would know what I'm talking about. But nothing to do with Disney. In real life, there was this one man named Rasputin who was heavily involved with the Romanovs, Russia's last royal family. And he basically, I don't know, he had them like brainwashed. He was a very weird man. He had very weird tendencies and had some very bizarre beliefs. He was basically an advisor to the king at the time in Russia that basically led to the end of the Romanovs and the end of the empire in Russia. Not the empire, like the royal family in Russia, their empire, the end of it. It's a very interesting story. Anyway, I can't unsee it. I cannot unsee it. I think now I can't unsee it. I saw that and I just couldn't stop laughing because now it's like, yeah, he does give Rasputin vibes. Anyway, I'm super excited. Next week the show will air for Meghan. I do plan on making some of her recipes if I can, obviously execute them, because I'm not Meghan Markle. I'm gonna try my best. When she had the TIG, she used to post recipes too, and I used to do them all the time. I miss the TIG. Every time Meghan does have something big upcoming, like a big project or something, somehow the palace has other people barking for them. This time is Jason Knauf out of nowhere. How conveniently, what a coincidence. He's making this video, this interview with Meghan, and how his, their beef with the royal family. William is over it. If he's over it, why are we still talking about it? Because clearly Meghan and Harry could care less. I mean, it's been, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years? But they're still talking about it. William's still butthurt about it. He's a man-child. I'm telling you, he's a man-child. Anyway, he's a man-child. I don't care for William. I don't think anybody does. No one really cares for anything he does. And I definitely don't care for Jason Knauf.
So Meghan Markle went out in a Northwestern sweatshirt the other day, and Hello Canada called attention to the fact that Princess Diana also has the same Northwestern sweatshirt. They did actually mention that Meghan Markle is a graduate of Northwestern, because God forbid an actual graduate of the University of Northwestern actually go out in broad daylight wearing a sweatshirt from their alma mater. I mean, she's just cosplaying as Princess Diana, right? Princess Diana, who did not go to Northwestern, who got this sweatshirt as a gift for visiting the campus. But, it's not okay for Meghan to wear a sweatshirt of her alma mater out in public. I mean, do I even have to tell you what fuels the outrage of Meghan wearing a simple sweatshirt at this point? Really? Really?
Can somebody just explain to me, like, anything Meghan Markle does, anything she does, any post she posts, people will always find something to criticize her. I don't even know what is going on. What did this lady do to you guys? Like, you will always find one thing in that picture to make it is, oh, the picture is fake. Oh, there is no baby. Oh, the jam is fake. Girl, did you even look at your life? You're criticizing her. I didn't even sit down and analyze your life. Like, okay, so those people hating on her, those people doing all sorts of things about her, I think most of them, they are jealous. Eh? Who would not be jealous? Those people are jealous of her. Okay? I think a lot of them are jealous. And a lot of them, they are lonely and miserable.
It's time to discuss what the UK media is talking about with regards to these lovely people. First up, Daily Mail. Will Meghan Markle and Prince Harry attend this year's Oscars? I think it's more important to you knowing Daily Mail and your readers than them. Whether they do or not is their business. You ask the same questions about the Grammys, about the Emmy Awards, about the Met Gala, the BAFTA Awards. I mean, you're desperate to see them, whether they go or not. The Daily Record. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle unlikely to resume royal duties due to Meghan's past behaviour, says expert. I bet they are. GB No News still using this headline. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle tipped to come back stronger from professional separation. There was no separation. Ugh. Daily Mail. Again. Call me paranoid, I will. But I sense an establishment conspiracy to bring Harry and Meghan back into the royal fold. This is why it can't happen. Richard Eden, move on with your life. And I'll leave you with these. We knew this was coming. The Daily Telegraph. Jam tomorrow from the princess. But the scum had to go the full way and take the whole front page for this. After Sussex brand launch, Kate's jam misery for Meg. Have my recipe for free. Jar Wars. I mean, as always, stay mad, haters.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, hit that notification bell.